Dirk and the Mavs getting the Grizz. This run comes from Memphis. Fourth quarter, Dallas down a deuce. It's Nowitzki turning, faking, firing, and hitting on the fadeaway J. Game even at 90. Closing seconds, the Grizz with a chance to win it. O.J. Mayo scored 27, but here he's hounded by Jason Kidd. Heaves it well off the mark, so we head to overtime. In the extra session, Dallas up a pair. Dirk kicks out for Kidd, who's doing it from downtown. Mavericks up 97-92. Then it's Jason Terry's turn. He drives baseline and pulls up on the jumper. Terry gave him 29. Dallas was up 4. Under a minute to go in a one-point game. It's Dirk one more time. He's fading away on the J. 28 for Nowitzki. Dallas rallies 106-102. What are the chances the NBA would have two teams riding 16-game losing streaks at the same time? Well, it happened. How about the chances of both putting an end to those skids on the same night? Well, it happened. I give you the Wizards and Wolves. Washington avoiding a winless month of March, while Minnesota avoids a new franchise record for consecutive defeats. It happened in New Orleans and the Twin Cities. Al Jefferson and the Wolves having lost 16 straight, getting the Kings, but in control fourth quarter. That's Kevin Love crashing the glass, going off the window there. They were up 19. How about the Wizards? Well, they were in New Orleans riding their own skid. Flip Saunders, having coached Minnesota, now Washington, says when you lose, no matter how much toothpaste you use, you still have that bad taste in your mouth. Well, Blash, he'd do his part. This foul line jumper, part of a 23-point night, had Washington up 4. Back to the Twin Cities. Corey Brewer getting defensive here off the steal and send home. He and Jefferson each with 19 as the Wolves streak is over. Can the Wizards do the same? Well, Blash did his part. He too getting defensive, swatting Darren Collison on this jaunt to the cup. They held on to the 4-point lead, up 3 late. New Orleans looking for the tie, but David West off the mark. Washington, their first win since February 28th, as a pair of 16-game slides come to an end on the same night. Around the NBA, Carlos Boozer had 25 points and 13 rebounds, while Darren Williams had a season-high 19 assists as the Jazz dominated the injury-depleted Warriors. Kyle Korver adding a season-high 21. Utah season-best 73 points in the opening half. They remain a half game back of Dallas for the 2 seed in conference. George Hill scored a career-high 30 points to lead San Antonio past Houston. Manu Ginobili adds 18 points and 10 assists for the Spurs in the 119-102 victory. The Blazers clinch a playoff spot as LaMarcus Aldridge scored 21 in a 28-point romp of the Knicks. They carried a 27-point lead to the break and led by as many as 36 in winning for the 4th straight time and 12th time in their last 14 runs, which includes 6 straight at the Rose Garden. Michael Beasley's 28 points and 9 rebounds lift Miami in Detroit. The Heat have won 6 straight for the first time in 3 years. Dwayne Wade finished with just 10 points, but his mates picked up the slack, handing the Pistons their 9th straight loss. Gerald Wallace had 24 points and a dozen boards, while Tyson Chandler added a season-high 15, and Charlotte moved a step closer to their first playoff berth, 103-84 past Philadelphia. Chris Bosh had 34 points and 11 rebounds, and Andrea Bargnani adds 21 to go with 8 boards in Toronto's 114-92 victory over the Clippers. High-priced free agent Hedo Turkoglu came off the bench for the 2nd straight game. Here's how the race for 8th looks after Wednesday's play. Right now, the Heat, Bobcats, and Raptors are in control, while the Bulls are on the outside looking in. Chicago, though, they've lost 12 of their last 16 games. Over in the West, just 4.5 games separate 2nd place from 8th place as they jockey for playoff seeding and positioning. The Lakers, though, have little breathing room. They lead 2nd place Dallas by just 4 games. The night's top trio of dunks begins with Michael Beasley along the baseline.
Look out below! Michael Beasley with a crusher. His 61st dunk of the year, one of his best.
And at number 2, a Rocket duo with Kyle Lowry from his back to Jermaine Taylor. The feed might be the most impressive part of this hookup.
This is just a heads-up play. There's no other way he can get the ball into the backcourt. It's almost like an upside-down chest pass.
Which is why number 1 comes from Charlotte. Bobcats running, Raymond Felton gives for Gerald Wallace on the one-hand stick.
Corner jump shot doesn't go. Gerald Wallace off to the races. Raymond Felton saw him the entire time, waited until the proper time to throw the hoop.
We leave you with some news surrounding a pair of calves, as Shaq says his surgically repaired thumb is healing ahead of schedule. Shaquille O'Neal has been out since tearing a ligament in that thumb on February 25th, though he plans on resuming basketball activities soon, as the big fella was expected to miss the rest of the regular season, but is targeting a return prior to that April 14th finale in Atlanta. Meantime, LeBron's busy summer could have an impact on his country, as LeBron James says he's probably not playing for Team USA this summer in the World Championships. James, who was captain on the Team USA that won the gold medal in the Beijing Games, is eligible for free agency after the season and is also scheduled to film a movie. You want more Dime? Well, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. It's Last Shot time as we cue up the call of the night. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Basketball.
And Hickson out there for Mike Brown. Moore works some shot clock. Gets that screen. Moore to a cutting LeBron. Got it for the lead.
That's one of their favorite plays. You get Mo Williams penetrating to the basket. LeBron James gets a 1,001, 1,002 count, and he attacks the basket, takes it all the way for hopefully the winning basket.